Okay, so as I pause for 10 seconds, I've let this dry for a good 4 hours here, and it looks, you know, it's okay. You know, like you can definitely still see some orange peel, but actually the metallic has popped through fairly well. You know, it's not really nice and super slick. This isn't too bad right here. But you can see, once again, orange peel. But I'm not that worried about it. I was hoping that the top of the dash would have been one part that would have turned out really well. And it looks okay. It's, you know, it's shiny. You know, like, certainly I can see my fingers in it there, but it's not bad. You know, like, I guess for a garage job, it's not bad. There is a hell of a lot of trash in it, though, and I guess that comes with the dirt floor again. So not much I can do about it. Doors don't look too bad. You know, like, I don't see, once again, one thing at least I can say is that there weren't any runs that I could see in the clear. I would like that this would have been smoother. I'll be putting my arm there a lot. You know, I'll see. I really don't want to color sand this too much. I was reading some people bitching about the Nason clears, and maybe I'm understanding that now, because it's not. It didn't lay that well, put it that way. And I read some more. I probably should have used a bigger tip, but you know, not a lot bigger. Like the recommendation was 1.3 to 1.5, and I used a 1.3. But well, top is smooth. It still is orange peely, but God, how did trash get into the roof? Okay, anyways. I'm going to mix up some blue. Well, first off, I guess I'll wax and grease this. I'll mask off these areas that did already get paint. I'm going to try and just leave it just a little bit of overlap so that there won't be any gray showing through anywhere. And then I'll spray my blue, 3 coats of blue, and then I'll clear it, and we'll be pretty good here. It's actually not too bad. You can see a medium reflection here. I might try some of that. I've had good luck with the SPI primer that I've used. That's what I used to do the whole black frame in black. I might try some of their clears. I've heard a lot of people really liking them. So maybe for the next vehicle we'll do that. Fingering up the paint here, but it's not going to make it any worse. Okay, that's enough rambling. 3 minutes 16 seconds. Okay, so I'm doing the rockers here, or well, actually the door sill part of the rockers. 3 coats on that, looks pretty good and even. 1 run right there. That's without clear, no clear yet. Just hit that the underside of this with 1 coat. I've got extra, so I'm kind of just using it. And this has also got 3 coats. So I'll give this thing 2 more coats, the underside of the cowl, for no really good reason. And then I'll come back out in an hour and I'll clear everything. 3 coats of base on the underside of this cowl here. That was just to use up some paint, otherwise I just would have tipped it out. So I figured I might as well just to have a little bit of backing color on it for no reason. Here we go again. This has 2 coats of clear on it. Just sprayed probably a couple of minutes ago. And I'm not going to do any more. I had better luck with it this time. I'll know better when I see it later, but it looks pretty slick. And what I did differently this time was I used a 1.4 millimeter tip instead of the 1.3, and I bumped the pressure up slightly. I think it's about 15, but I don't like the regulator that's on my nice gun. It's kind of hard to read at low pressures. I don't know why it needed to go up to 150. It's never going to go beyond 40 at most. I don't think that you're supposed to go more than 10 or 15 on the gun anyways. Oh well. I also resprayed the tops of these doors, just the top section here. And I'm hoping that that'll make that seem nice and slick. I had some left over, so I sprayed this last kind of a thing. If you wonder why I'm doing this, it is a waste of time, but it also is practice for me. And if I've got extra, I might as well use it. I've got enough, I think, to give this a second coat. We'll see. It'll look pretty if anybody ever takes it apart again. And they'll say, what kind of idiot would spray paint this underside that nobody'd ever see. Anyways, on to the second coat of that. And I might, before I post this, I'll come out again in an hour or so, and we'll see how this looks once it dries a bit, see if it looks orange peely or not. There is some subtle orange peeliness there, but some of it seems pretty slick as well. We'll see if it lays out a little bit better. I heard some advice on the Nason clears, and basically they were saying that you should use the slow activator. That gives it a little bit more time to lay out flatter, whereas I'm using a medium, pretty much at the top limit of its temperature. So it's probably drying too fast for me to some extent as well as all my screwed up options and all that. I can't believe how much clear I'm ending up spraying. I'm using more clear than I'm using base, and I was using 3 coats of base and only 2 of clear. Maybe I should lay out the base as heavy as the clear, and it would only ever need 2 coats. Anyways, enough for now. Okay, just a quick follow-up on the door sill. Yeah, it still looks a little orange peely. You know, it's hard to say. The camera doesn't seem to be... Oh, there, you can kind of see it there. Doesn't look too bad. I'll see how it looks in the morning when I move on to putting the doors back on this thing.